Yo, I just like had a massive cough out of nowhere when I started this live, bro. Like, what is wrong with me? Hey, man, we're talking about a bunch of stuff today. Some AI stuff. The way that AI is going today, man, is so wild, bro. Oh gosh, who am I sending this to? This is crazy. Yeah. If you guys see my thumbnail, I don't talk about politics all the time, but I just made a quick I'm trying to get like a little generic thumbnail so I can just keep everything going. Let's see, we're live. Yeah, a few things I want to react to. Does that just oh okay, sorry. Yeah. A few things I want to react to here. Why will this not okay, boom, go live. Here we go. Great. Here we go. So I've just been seeing this page. Oh, sea dance. It's so wild to me. Christianity versus feminism. That's hilarious. So I don't have the pre YouTube thing, so you guys got to bear with me. But just look at this, man. And so recently, I had a few conversations. I've been on it's been a trip, right? In a good way. But I've been on a roll talking to Trinitarians and found a whole group of people. What's going on, Kanisha? I found a whole group of people that um that I found, and I'm not gonna go to that yet. We have just been talking about God, and I've learned so much. It's been so wild what I have learned over these past few days. So many people that have helped me understand God better, to where you don't have to put all of this language with God. You don't have to, the requirement is not to figure out this supernatural God with human language. Like, we don't, it's not a requirement to do that. You know, we have to know that Jesus has authority. He is our savior. He died for us, and that he is God. And for the Unitarians out there that would say that he's not God, I still wouldn't be so quick to put you in hell either. But I don't know your heart. I'll say it that way. You just have to know that Jesus is the Savior. Jesus, he's there's no other name given among men by which we must be saved. Acts 4:12. If you get that, I think you'll be good, right? Because I'm not God. I don't know if you're gonna be good or not. You might believe in God and have the best understanding of God in the world and be the worst sinner ever. And God still might be like, yeah, you knew who I was, but you didn't know me well enough to actually love me. So, how do you show that you know God? By your fruit. Like, you got to know who God is if you got faith in him. If you pray and you actually believe your prayers will get answered, and you don't go sin because you're like, well, I don't have to sin because God got me. Now, that is the best understanding of God you can possibly have, because you can know about God, you can know how God works and all that. But do you have a relationship with God? So if you have the relationship with God, is all this other technical stuff going to send you to hell? Like, Lord, I genuinely love you. Yeah, but you got the philosophical language incorrect. You're going to hell still. It's like, what? Are you serious? It's so funny, man. But yeah, I was just looking at this right here, and I know I'm usually I just react to everything. I just react to everything because my channel is just, I don't know what my channel's about. I call it Believer's Diary. But this is something interesting that I've seen recently. I mean, AI is going bonkers Well, this isn't even the what is this? I mean, I was just watching who was it? Justin Bieber and Jackie Chan fight each other. I'm just like, yo, what? I was like, when did they make this movie? AI is going crazy. What is this? It's a John Wick game. I'm not gonna see. I don't know what to react to, bro. I'm just gonna save that for later because I'm just hanging out here. Um, what's up? What's up? Said, Teach Yahweh. That's Kanisha. It's been amazing. Y'all go follow her, man. How do you put the? Is it just your at Teach? I like the way you got the. What is it? The technogrammatons. I don't know if you click that, will it go to your YouTube page? But y'all go subscribe, man. She is breaking down this stuff, man, with truth and honesty and no pressure. There's no pressure. There should be no pressure. We're trying to understand something. Um, relationship is everything. Amen. Hi. The layman's seminary. I like that. We can put everything in layman's terms. If you do have a strong philosophical, logical analysis understanding of something, you should be able to bring it back to normal everyday English. I love when people say, "Yeah, I'm just trying to use these. I'm trying to increase my vocabulary." Why say utilize instead of use? It's like this is the more sophisticated word. Yeah, but like, are everyday people going to understand what you're saying? Why say utilize? Oh, I know what I wanted to I know what I wanted to talk about. And I don't talk about politics, right? I talk about biblical stuff, which sometimes overlaps politics because I'm just trying to find the what video was this? I might have to react to somebody else's video, guys. Okay, I'll just do. I don't know who this conversation. Here we go. Watch this, and I'm not saying I don't have a. I don't hate Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying? She does it. I'll tell you this. Candace Owens has said some stuff that some people needed to hear. But I have no idea. Some of the stuff that she and I'm not on no, are you team Candace or are you team not Candace or are you team Erica? It's like, no, I'm not, I don't do that. I don't do that stuff right there. What's up? Sorry, I didn't see you on the Instagram because I'm just over here. Dog, this reaction is so small on here. But yeah, let me go ahead and click this video because it's gonna be. Why is it so small, bro? I'll just do it this way. That's great. Perfect. So here we go. Let's see what she's saying. About it. And if Charlie's adrenal glands were going off, it was probably maybe for the very same reason that I pulled my kids out of school days before he was murdered, because I sensed danger was coming.
All right. So if you're a Christian.
This is not even it. Bro, how you gonna title the video Third Eye? There it is. That's I'm gonna I need to find my videos before I start going. If anybody has that video. What episode was this? I'm gonna go here.
We are Central Square.
Sorry, advertisement, and it's over. I thought it was over. Oh, it is. Okay. Sorry, buddy. I gotta steal your video here. Yeah, like that. That's cool.
You know, Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA wishing, and I'm like to boost
that. Charlie and I spoke a lot about his third eye.
Charlie and I spoke a lot about his third eye. What? Charlie and I talked a lot about his third eye.
That's why that sentence caught my attention in the article. He spoke about the street lamps that would go off when he would run, about the special school that he had to go to.
You hear that?
It's an episode of Stranger Things, isn't it?
Charlie, she's talking about Charlie going on runs and the street lights flickering off. I mean, these are clear signs of demonization. This is clear signs of paranormal activity, witchcraft, the demonic screaming out that I need deliverance. I'm going on runs.
What else is she saying, bro?
Both astral project, you know all of this, of course. You have his phone.
Hold on. Astral
Spoke about
projection?
a lot of the things that were strange in our childhood, the testing that both of us had to endure. We spoke about the fact that we could both astral project.
Bro. They were getting tested. This is strange. This is an episode of Stranger Things, bro. What? This is an episode of Stranger Things. What is going on? Oh my gosh. What? Right. Whoa. Exactly. I'm sitting there thinking, like, it's so funny. Like, Candace be saying stuff, and I'd be like, exactly. You're right. You speak. I've been waiting for somebody to say it, right? And then out of nowhere, she says third eye and astral projection. And I'm like, huh? And guys, I'm not over here going against every single thing. You can't say because she's saying this that therefore she's wrong about everything else. You can't. That's not the way you assess people. But it's a big sign of something is wrong. You can't be a Christian and talk about astral projection and third eyes.
You know all of this, of course. You have his phone. And how surprised we were when we learned that not everybody does that naturally.
You hear that?
They were surprised that not everybody does this naturally. I mean, if you were raised in it, okay. Now I will give some grace. I don't know the whole story, but if you were raised in that and you guys talked about what you used to do, and then you got your Shondays and hallelujahs and you got saved, and you don't do that anymore, then I have no problem with you saying everything you just said. Hopefully that's the case. I'm not going to judge the situation because you haven't said it yet. What are you saying here?
She said, both of them need deliverance.
Yeah, if they doing that.
Now, I can't sit here and just say Candace Owens is lying. I can't. So what I believe,
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
going on runs and the lights flickering.
She's showing the messages. Hold up. Let's see this. It's so funny. I had posted something on my Instagram page, rest in peace, Charlie. And I got a few people saying, wow, Charlie is your voice. I can't believe you're glued to everything Charlie and Trump is saying. No wonder. It's like, they are people. They're not my God. What? Are you serious? If somebody dies publicly and everybody sees it, I'm like, dang, that's bad. I feel bad for them. If Don Lemon got assassinated, God forbid, I would say the same thing. What you talking about? I rarely look at Charlie Kirk stuff. And they were saying, yeah, man, if you are telling Charlie, this terrible, they say this terrible guy, to rest in peace, you must agree with every single thing he says. You got to get real with yourself, bro. Please. But let me see. What's Charlie saying over here, bro? I'm trying to get it where I don't even know if y'all can see this, but I don't know. I'm just going to do it like this. I cannot figure out which one I want. So, Kanye, you are going to be the Iron Lady of America. I see so freaking clearly. I might be Moses, though. I might not see this whole thing, though, through. If that is the case, be my David, dude. You don't even realize your power yet. If I tell you the true prophecy, I know my gut, it's really sad, but I hope it's wrong. I believe you were the peace God meant me to meet that will finish the fight. First of all, what's this right here, y'all? Capitalize that G. Come on. What's wrong with y'all? Please capitalize that G. Exactly, Kanisha. Somebody died, bro. Are we like, hey, man, I'll say it like this. I'll say it like this. Pray for Charlie Kirk's family. Pray for George Floyd's family. Pray for Trayvon Martin's family. Pray for Breonna Taylor's family. Pray for if Donald Trump died, he had a close one. Pray for Donald Trump's family because I'm a Christian. See, y'all are so, let's compromise. You're compromising between left and right. No, you're compromising between the Bible and politics. That's why you're lost. Let's be honest here. Who has the truth? Democrats or Republicans? None of them. The Bible. I mean, it's so simple, bro. I can't believe I have to even go through this stuff. Anyway, he says, anyway, I am not sure if I will live to see the end of this revolution. I believe you were the peace God meant. Lowercase g. I'm gonna ignore it for now. I'm gonna give him grace. He was typing fast. He probably talked to a lot of people. You need to have an autocorrect feature in your phone. You can go to the keyboards, and every time you type in let me make sure y'all can see me when I say this. Every time you type in a lowercase god, put it in your keyboard shortcuts, that it's gonna automatically hit the capital G, because there was an update maybe a few years ago where all of my big G's turned to lowercase G's. And I was like, I don't respect no little G. I don't have no respect for no little G. Only uppercase G's around here. You feel me? So let's read the rest of this. I mean, I'm not really here for this text message, but it's talking about third eyes and stuff. So here we go. Since the beginning of TPUSA, I knew in my gut that I might get wiped out in any time I cannot explain, but I dream about it all the time, like all the time. Anyway, that's depressing convo for another right element. Yeah, he's talking fast, bro. He doesn't have time to text. That's why he's making so many mistakes. It's funny. I will sit there for like 15 minutes just to send one sentence because I don't like sending stuff incorrect like that. Another time. Okay. Candace is like, that is so weird. More a fear manifestation than an actualization. She went Spanish right here. Actually, it was home. Not really afraid of it, but I'm telling you what I know to be true. That's scary. But if you're in the line of fire and you're always like talking political stuff, you have open panels, and you have any close calls, I mean, I'm in the safety of my home, so I don't have those type of dreams. But I think if I was out there in the public, I probably would have some dreams like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Peace and blessing, spiritual logic. God bless you, brother. Driving but listening. Amen. Hey man, so we're gonna keep listening to this because this is really wild. Mike's so crisp, great sound quality. Hey man, I try, bro. I really do. I be going back and listening to my lives, and I try to compare with other people. It's an ongoing process, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And next time, I don't want Trump in all of my live thumbnails because I'm trying to get like a generic one. I don't have a big problem with. Well, do I really want to talk about Trump right now? I don't think so. Next topic. I'm gonna get in trouble.
And there's something else. And you're noticing.
And just to be clear, I don't have a problem talking about these things. But yeah, this is what I want people to realize. When you talk about things on your live stream and you weren't prepared to talk about it, you're gonna say some things incorrectly. Like I had a conversation one time about it was like I say I don't talk about oneness and Trinity and different ways to view God. I'm not saying like, titles, who cares? But I don't talk about this. I say I don't talk about this all the time, but then it's like I'm referencing another debate I had. So I was talking about this. The video's called Oneness versus Trinity, just so people can click it. They know what they're clicking. And we were talking about the deity of God. How do we define it? Does the Trinity add up or whatever? And then all of a sudden, my boy brought up salvation. And I was like, you know, I don't have a problem talking about salvation. I grew up in a Pentecostal church, so you already know tongue talking, foot stomping, baptized in the name of Jesus, modest apparel, no pants, only dresses, no jewelry, no tattoos, no makeup, no red, no heels, no, I'm out of breath. You know what I'm saying? Like it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So salvation is just a whole topic that I said I have my church family watching. I have the world watching. I have these Trinitarians on my panel that I'm really good friends with. I said, I'm not going to have a conversation until I prepare myself for the conversation. So, like, do I have a problem giving my views on Trump? No. But it's like, I'm not going to like go into everything because like it's so much. But yeah, I'm not a Trump hater. I don't suffer from what do you call it? Trump derangement syndrome. I don't suffer from that. I don't think I have that for anybody. So it's just so weird when I don't hate Kamala. I don't hate Kamala Harris either. I don't hate, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you in them files and you done some crazy things, I'm not gonna say I hate you, but yeah. Anyway, see what I'm saying? See, I'm talking about stuff that I ain't got no business talking about because I don't know what I'm talking about right now. That's why I'm like, I'm just I don't want to give uninformed opinions.
Until I went through deliverance, you'll wake up with the human release over your body. You wake up with bruises and scratches. You'll feel like you just had
Yeah, so he had this happen. Oh,
Eve to me is
I'm gonna get the YouTube thing because now you guys got to watch double ads. That's not fair.
To go to. We spoke about a lot of the things that were strange in our childhood, the testing that.
Now I see someone's comment. This is old, but maybe he never repented. He was getting, you need deliver.
Y'all were getting
Both leave our signs, guy. God
It's
was
like a Stranger
that.
Things episode. I was trying to find the
not
exact.
everyone.
Sleep paralysis, you name it. We had conversations about it. And if Charlie's adrenal glands were going off, it was probably maybe for the very same reason that I pulled my kids out of school days before he was murdered, because I sensed danger was coming.
So I'll just say it like this. The reason I don't watch a whole lot of Candace Owens is not because she's just wrong about all this stuff. I have no idea. She's just saying so much. I'm just like, I have other things to study and look at. So I'm going to wait till she figures that out and gives me like the final analysis of everything, because I can't get like 17 possible timelines for what happened. But I understand what she's doing. She's researching everything together with like the rest of the world, trying to get to the answers. And because other people aren't answering, she's just coming up with all these other hypotheticals to get people to talk. Which I'm not gonna say yay or nay to, but that's why it's like I can't spend my time so much on like speculative theories and stuff like that and everything she's saying can't be false. You know what I'm saying? She's saying some stuff now. But yeah, it's wild. I do want to say something about the Bad Bunny thing, and I'm not speaking about politics. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is about the Bible, right? So this is the piece that people aren't understanding. I think I'm just going to pull up a picture just so there's something on the screen as I'm talking about this. Let me go to an actual like article or something. Okay, here we go. I'll save this right here. I want to give some thoughts on Bad Bunny. Why is this? I don't know why this is like doing this like that. Oh, I know why. I know why it's doing that. Yeah, because I have to share it and move this, so it's not like that should make it better. Hopefully, yeah, that made it a little better. Um, but look, man, if y'all on Instagram, let me type this in here at B Diary. I say podcast, but am I really doing a podcast on YouTube? Boom. I sent that. Let's see. I need to pin it. Pin comment. Okay, great. Great. So I want to get my comments on this because I think Christians, politicians, everybody is looking at this situation so incorrectly. It's sad. Everybody's looking at this situation incorrectly, like for real. So we are so, and this is what I have to tell my Hebrew Israelite people. Hebrew first, so I'm going to use this as an example. Hebrew Israelites are so, and other people are so pro-black that they forget they're supposed to be Christians. People are so pro-American that they forget they're supposed to be Christians. Now, the logic of it is we live in America, so you should take care of home first. I agree. I live in my house. I'm not going to go take care of the neighbor if my house is not good because I'm not a steward of the resources that God gave me. Um, so I need to make sure that I'm good in order to pour into somebody else. That's logical because I'm not going to have every single person on the street that's homeless. I care about them. I'm not going to let them in my house. So the whole border control and all that stuff, I completely understand it. Now we get into where people are looked at as numbers instead of human beings. Then you lost me. Well, they're not American, so who cares? Yeah, th- there we go. There we go. Was Jesus an American or not? Like, I don't care about what you feel about politics. I'm about Bible over here. So, do I live in America? Yes. Do I respect and love the country that I live in? Yes, I would not want to be anywhere else in the world. It is a blessing to live here. But these people are created by the same exact God. Now, Bad Bunny, obviously, this is not a Christian artist, so I'm not over here bumping his music. But what I'm seeing is there are some issues. Now, if you have a problem with his type of music because he's not a Christian and he's not showing Christian music, I totally get you. But for everybody that just listens to secular music anyways, and you have a problem with you don't have a problem. You have no problem with the sin of what Bad Bunny's doing. You only have a problem with the fact that he speaks Spanish. Are you a Christian, man? Are you a Christian? I don't know what this is. Yeah, they have this outrage over this man performing at the Super Bowl. I mean, I didn't see the performance, but yeah, you guys are like totally missing the whole point of like what Christianity is. Christianity doesn't come in a specific race. It doesn't come in a specific country. It doesn't come in a specific color. Like, I love Caribbean culture. I love Spanish culture. People want to just make everything American culture. And it's like, hey, I love hot dogs, hamburgers, and all that, but if that's all we got, I'm bored. Where are the tacos? Where are the burritos? Like, I'm sorry. If you want a monotone channel, Ruslan just debated some people that you can go to their country, go to their you can go to their channel, or you can go to Nick Fuentes. If you want somebody that's monotone and just pro-white or pro-American, I would rather be pro-Christianity. I mean, do we care about what the Bible says? There's no Gentile, there's no Jew nor Greek. Like, we're all human. You know, like everything. No, I miss the old days where we could play country and we could. This is so boring. But yeah, I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I mean, they have one Super Bowl performed in Spanish out of all the issues that a Christian should have about the Super Bowl. Spanish should not be one of them. Hey, that's all I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know where we at with that. Wow, I got a few people on Instagram actually watching. You know, that's where a lot of my people are. Hopefully, I didn't offend anybody. So I want to just put this link in there just in case somebody has something that they want to say. I'm probably going to be talking about some other things. There was something. Oh, matter of fact, yeah. Let me see here. And like I said, hey, if I'm just viewing this from the wrong lens, I'm okay with being corrected. I don't know everything. And I just put that there in case. You don't have to feel pressured to join unless you like really have something that you want to say. But I just like to put it out there just in case somebody wants to. But I have no problem just kind of going through the live myself because there's some things I'm going to talk about still. To be honest, it's more the people of color that are becoming the problem. They are so racist nowadays. It has flip-flopped. You know, I was about to say I totally agree. I do agree that there has been a switch. Um but yeah, you know, I definitely get that. There has been such a big switch where, you know, the difference is I think a lot of black people, they get more of a pass because they don't call it racism. So that can make it more of a problem for our black community, right? Because I'm black. People be trying to act like I'm not black. It's so hilarious. I'm like, all right. But you are what your dad is. I'm like, yeah. Y'all say that, but we could go through a whole conversation on race. I'm always ready for any Hebrew Israelite that wants to come up here and tell me how my mom is from the white man Esau and I'm from the black man Jacob, and we came from the same parents. Jacob and Esau came from the same mama, but they're two different races somehow. I can't wait for a Hebrew Israelite to try to explain this to me. It's so hilarious. My own people are playing the pity card. Yep. Kanisha, ain't we both light skinned? So we understand. We're the interracial whisperers, if you will. So when I talk to the family on my mom's side, which is of the Caucasus Mountains, and then I translate to my African American family, I can say, yeah, every white person does not have a problem with you. Some of those white people are scared because they don't understand and they say weird things because they don't know how to relate to you. It's just a very different thing. Like black people will get offended because a white person is asking them questions about, oh, you like Nikes, huh? What? That's not racist. It's just, if you say it's cringy, but it's not racist. It's just an awkward white person. Just call it what it is. Anyways, I'm not gonna get stuck on race too much because I know I'm gonna get in trouble for somebody. But I do want to talk about this video. Yeah. I got a song coming out. It's called Loving Now. I have a, okay. I will say I'm going to set the song for, what's today's date? Today, I wanted to get it out before Valentine's Day, but it's probably going to be the 27th. That's 2 weeks from now. So I'm going to put the song out the 27th. And I might play a little snippet of it today. I don't know. But I want to react to this because there was something that happened where they didn't know what a woman was. And this is the funniest thing to me. And if you see the Matt Walsh, oh, come on, where's that video? If you see the Matt Walsh documentary, that is the funniest documentary I've ever seen in my life. It's so hilarious. It was just recent too. Does anybody know that guy's name? Here it is. Here it is. And it's gonna be an ad. But yeah, this was so funny to me, and I watched it, and I'm just like, I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. So let's get this, share this tab instead. Oh, I need to move this. Boom. I'm not the fastest with this, guys. Sorry. Okay, they didn't know what a woman was. So do y'all know what that is? Let me fix this. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, let me exit that out. Sorry, guys. I'm slow. Okay. This video is funny to me. It's always funny. I've seen this happen in a lot of conversation. Recently, I've had a few conversations in the past few nights where I've seen the same thing happen. And I'll explain in a second. I'm probably going to upset some people, but this is a perfect segue into this, you know? So why not take the opportunity? Maybe some people are watching. Maybe they're going to get upset after I say the next part.
Mr. Chairman, since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of
Bless her heart, Lord. I pray for her understanding and her relationship with you in the name of Jesus. Amen. I want to run that back one more time. Think about this, guys. Gaslighting happens all the time in just regular conversation. Happens all the time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
So he asks the question. I wasn't sure about what your answer was. Do you think that men can get pregnant? Is that possible?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation.
You know, the funny thing is you literally didn't just hesitate. You literally just, I mean, you thought about the question, then you immediately went to the mic. So I didn't see like a, you know, I mean, yes, you could technically say there was hesitation, but like, was it enough that we needed to announce it? It's like you just are not trying to answer the question. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why, like, these people don't just say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they can get pregnant. I mean, obviously, that's a worse answer, but like, I don't know. Just, I'm not answering. Just, I don't know. Something like, I'm not answering the question. I don't want to answer this question. You know, gaslight them. I feel like you're being very What is it? I sense toxic masculinity on you for asking me this question. I don't know. You know, be trying to think about like what could they do to get out of this situation instead of answering the obvious truth.
Conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of
You don't want to answer the question because you don't know what the goal is. You know, I don't know why we think that way on certain things, but then not other things. Like, do we always think about the goal? Like, hey, babe, what do you want to eat today? I hesitated to answer that because I don't know what the goal is, and you asking me that question. Like, are we actually gonna eat now? Are you gonna pay for my food? Are you gonna it's like, I mean, you could just tell me what you wanted to eat, and then I could tell you why I asked you later. I was like, maybe I just want to know your answer. What is this gonna get us? It's probably gonna get us to stop, I don't know, giving kids this terrible these terrible formulas to change their bodies. You know, it's probably going to help us not hurting to stop hurting our kids and pushing these agendas that are um very terrible for their growth and development. Maybe that's where we're going, but like, let's see what the truth is here.
patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think
This is what you call running up the clock. I mean, I don't know if that's the term. This is the technical term, running up the clock. No, but this is filibustering. And you're just trying to take up the time so that way you don't have to answer the question. You'll say that, he'll run out of time, and then they move on and it never gets addressed. That's why you see in these situations where the people add so much pressure to the question because they're like, hey, you're not answering it. So now I have to add pressure because you're trying to fill up the time so you don't have to answer it.
yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is the
I wasn't, hold on.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
well the goal is the truth. So
Why out of all the days he had to have that sharp hairdo when he was asking this question, man? He had to have his hairdo on point so he could lean to the side. Well, you know, the goal was just to get an answer, basically. Yeah. So the truth. So, anyways, now that we've got that squared away, what's the can men get pregnant? He has talked to a million people on this topic. So he's like, yeah, we're not dealing with this stuff anymore. We got it. What's the answer? Again, I don't know what your goal is. And you already know how this is going to go.
can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there.
It's the truth. So
Oh, man. Here we go.
can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I
Wait.
yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the
The
question.
goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So
Hey, spiritual logic said the goal is to find out if men can get pregnant. That's what we just asked. How many goals do we need? Like, so your only goal is just to find out the truth? There's no other hidden agendas? I mean, I don't know. I wasn't thinking of what my 15-step process was after getting this question answered. Just answer the question. Oh man. Yeah, let me go back to this. See, I don't be knowing all these people. I just found out about him with this video. But he know he famous now. He know he going viral.
let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people. I'm not sure what the goal of the question.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition.
Oh boy. That's why you got to be critical, right? Because you know, people that don't believe in the Bible, we trust the science. The science says a man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's so funny how scientific facts agree with biblical realities. Isn't that interesting? So you can't even use the science argument to get out of this.
Can men get pregnant?
That's why it confuses me when atheists can't answer what a woman is. These atheists be so smart. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Stephen Hawking, even this dude Destiny. Well, a chair is something that has 4 legs. You can sit in it, right? But what about the chairs that have 3 legs? It's like, oh my gosh. Are you telling me, bro, you know all this science and how the earth came to be about, but you don't know what a woman is? That means you, by what you just said, you don't even know what a chair is. Am I actually sitting in a chair right now? My chair ain't got no legs. My chair has wheels. Is it a chair? Is it obvious? We don't know what anything is if you start defining stuff like that.
Pregnant.
And
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men
I
get
take care
pregnant?
of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you, you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a
totally
doctor, I
agree.
think.
Science and evidence
you're a doctor, I think.
should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes, no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes, no question.
Political tool? He said scientifically, though. Like, he addressed what type of question it was.
Questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence.
You can hear frustration when somebody's like, I'm asking you what 2 plus 2 is. Don't be talking about those logarithmic theorems and quadratic formulas right now. What is 2 plus 2? Yeah, but there's things like multiplication. I know other people that have, PhDs and, quadratics. And what's 2 plus 2, bro? What? Well, depends on what you mean by 2. T-O, T-double-O. Like, what's T-O plus T-O?
And so I'm asking you, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert. And you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with.
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're 2 different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological.
You're not going to answer my question. it sounds like.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
Again, I would be more than happy to have a
If she's saying that men is a gender identity, she should just say yes. I mean, obviously, guys, we're all Christians. We all believe in science. If we're talking about scientific facts, we would say men obviously cannot get pregnant. But if she believes that a man is just a gender identity, then she should just say, yeah, men can get pregnant. I don't know. Like, that's her belief. So why don't she just say that?
a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
It also,
We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged. And yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue? I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
I am a person of science, and I'm also someone here who's here to represent the complex experiences of my patients. And I don't think polarized language or questions serve that goal. I don't think they serve the American people.
It is not polarizing to say that there is a scientific difference between men and women. And I want this to be clear and for the record. It is not polarizing to say that women are a biological reality and should be treated and protected as such.
See, now I'm gonna tell you, man, that's the problem. Right. She need the Lord. Have you tried Jesus? He's all right. Have you tried Jesus? Yeah, exactly, Sean. So what I realized is like when you're trying to be so nice, you want to be there for people and you want to comfort people, you're gonna end up hurting other people. So it's a dangerous game to play, to be overly nice, because somebody's going to get hurt. When you're super nice to the villain, and I don't mean if someone's confused that they're a villain, but the villain is the one who confused these people, right? There's a villain that's confused, and maybe it started with John Hamm, back in the day. I don't remember, 1960s or something like that, where he had two children and he wanted to see if he raised them as a different gender, would they become that gender, which is the craziest thing in the world to do. That's where all this ideology came from. So he wanted to raise these two children to see. Let me see if I can pull this article up, matter of fact, just so you can see it clearly. He wanted to raise these two children as the opposite gender to see if they would become that gender. And these kids deleted themselves. It's so sad, man. Let me see. I don't know if it was actually John Hamm, but he was involved. Raised kids as, I mean, this stuff is here. They have an SNL skit. What? Oh, no, sorry, that's something else. I don't no, sorry. Not John Hamm. It was John Money. John Money. I don't have time to look at the whole thing, so I'm just gonna share this tab with you so y'all can research it. I'm just pulling up the AI information. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can research it to validate and all that. But according to this, John Money, a psychologist, promoted the theory that gender identity is primarily learned, not innate. Can you believe that? He famously advised raising Dave Raymer as a girl named Brenda after a botched circumcision in infancy, arguing that social conditioning could override biological sex. Oh my gosh. The experiment failed as Raymer never identified as female and later reverted to living as a male. The case of Dave Raymer. Born a male, Raymer's situation was destroyed during a botched circumcision at 8 months. Following Money's advice, he underwent sex reassignment surgery at 22 months and was raised as a girl. So anytime someone tells you that this is not an evil origin story, that we should just accept the transgender community as they are, it's a sad story that this man John Money he really abused these kids in order for this to happen. Maybe I shouldn't say those words on YouTube. Sorry. I'm gonna get off of this story because my channel gonna get canceled. And I'm trying to stay here for a little longer. Let's see who Will Smith's kids. Now, Will Smith kids, I'm not as worried about Will Smith kids as I am Dwayne Wade's. I remember seeing in psych books at college saying sex and gender are two different realities. When did this change? And when did they start teaching this in school? Because it was not when I went to school. Now, I would argue that technically gender is not even a real thing because it's just sex. If gender means sex, then, you have sex and it's just a synonymous term. But I think gender was created so that there could be a gateway into multiple genders. But that's my theory. I can't even verify it like that. Yeah, I appreciate you, Johnny. I couldn't see it over here if you're still in there because I'm looking at the YouTube. But yeah, man, this is some wild stuff over here. So this AI stuff, right, is looking crazy, and I want to pull up some of it. That's just the link in case somebody wants to join and talk about something. Matter of fact, let me pull it up over here. There are some AI videos that just blew my mind. What is it? I want to see. Because I'm doing music and stuff, so this AI music is it's a little confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna do in this situation? Okay, here we go. Watch this, bro. AI is going crazy right now. Look at this. Oh, let me sorry. Now the story that's gonna get me banned is still up. Let's see here. Share this tab instead. Y'all can see that? Y'all can see that clearly? Watch this, bro. This is Jackie Chan and Just a Bieber. Here we go. Let me go back for a second. I'm gonna click this again. That's so cool. Like, that is so, bro. Look at this. Oh, is this not bro? This could be a movie, dog. Look at this.
What do we do?
Man,
I
you
don't,
get shot,
know what
bro.
to do. Don't worry.
I mean, wouldn't that be such a cool movie? Yeah. This is the craziest thing, man. That's the craziest thing in the world. So am I the only one who knows AI is nothing but fallen angel tech and ChatGPT is communication with demons? I don't know. I'm not against the idea, but I don't know. Cause I'm constantly using ChatGPT. I mean, them demons be telling me a lot about the Bible, so I don't know. Maybe, I mean, okay. I don't know. Like when people make the argument that AI is like demonic and stuff, yeah, we've been using AI forever. Like technically, AI is a microwave. Because think about it. AI is artificial intelligence. A calculator is artificial intelligence. Yeah. I mean, the AI videos are cool. I'm not. What's up? What's up? Oh, he's probably talking to your friend. So I am not I'm not like an advocate of AI. I'm not gonna like promote AI and hey guys, AI is so awesome. I'm not one of those guys, but I'm also not. Do you know they were protesting calculators back in the day? That was the AI that they were against, and calculators are definitely AI. I don't know what exactly their concern was with calculators, but I remember even in music, Prince was against all these VSTs. They were against electric guitars because that's not a real guitar. They said this is not real music because you're adding things to real music. So it always gets scary. So this version's AI is their version of, oh, this is calculator. This is going to make the competition. This is going to shift everything. So there are so many shifts that go on. Now, can there be another thing after AI? I'm thinking, so that's why it's so scary with music. I think it's going to be where you will be able to put your voice on different songs. So this is what they do, like with AI, they master how to make it work, and then they find a way to super speed it. So you'll be able to make 2-hour movies in 5 seconds. If you try to project what AI is going to be in the future, if there was a way you could do it, I would have to guess they're going to be able to make 2 hour, two and a half. Oh my goodness. This is going to be crazy. Because think about how slow the internet used to be. Think about how slow it was, how long it took to get the antenna right on the TV. Like y'all talking about like when they say cars can drive themselves, I was like, I'm thinking we're gonna be flying cars before they can drive themselves. Are you serious? I mean, technically, right? You're not supposed to, but I can be asleep in a car and it can drive me home. Wild, bro. Wild. So AI, now that's where it gets scary, right? Let me see. But it's what you plug into AI. It's machine learning. That's different, but I get you. I mean, hey, I'm totally open to the idea that AI could be, the Antichrist. If that's, I'm open to the idea because I don't know. Oh no, knowledge of good and evil. Now that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, the Antichrist has been with us this whole time, though. So the spirit of the Antichrist has been with us this whole time. So what was the first AI? If it's been with us this whole time, what would you say the first AI was? That's probably the biggest reason I don't really think that AI is the Antichrist, because the Bible clearly says that the spirit of the Antichrist has been with us the whole time. Unless it like used AI as a cloaking mechanism or something, like AI is not the devil, but the devil can use AI. I think it's just another source. I mean, you could say electricity is AI. The calculator, you could say that's the devil, and they, some people, I don't know if they said that, but they were protesting against it. Um, let me see, they already doing it. Ant-Man and the Wasp told you the capabilities with the quantum realm. Yeah, but I think what's going to happen, you're going to be able to make complete you're going to be able to make complete albums just by recording your voice, and picking the style of song you want, and it's going to spit out a whole album, and it's going to be able to use your voice on every single song. A lot of these music artists are probably not going to record their vocals. I don't know, maybe 10 years from now. It could be shorter because AI is moving so fast. You're going to have, they can make fight sequences, y'all. And I think what that was that we just watched was a fight sequence of, I think that was like they replaced the characters, and then because Higgsfield, you can record yourself with your camera and then say, hey, put me at a tea party, make it snow. And it changes the whole entire scenery to something else, but it keeps your camera angles. So with that, I think that's what they did. I think they replaced the whole entire scene, and they replaced the people that probably came from some actual fighting movie that they took the scene and then they put Jackie Chan here. They probably chat GPT'd an image and put that in Hicksfield and then recorded the fight, the screen recorded the movie and placed those characters in there. So that's not AI getting better at fight sequences yet, because AI is not good at creating fight sequences. I think they took a fight sequence from another movie and then replaced the characters with an image from another AI source or something. So, but in a matter of time, I do think they're going to be able to create like 2.5 hour movies in 5 seconds if we have to try to guess and predict what AI is going to look like in the future. I don't know if that's possible, but that's what I'm thinking. The only thing that AI does not have right now is the personality to be able to sell, because door-to-door sales has been the best way to sell forever. You know why? Because personality is spiritual. So that's the one thing that AI can't really produce. Now, it gets close to like, okay, think about this. How many times have we tried to make AI funny? I have prompted AI, hey, be funny. It can't be funny. It can tell jokes, but it can't be funny. Sometimes things that, and I was listening to, um, I told AI something, and then I was like, how do you configure this in the Bible? Or I don't know what I told it. But then it said, hey, so make sure that you don't throw out this information when you're looking at this. And then it stopped. And then I heard a, I was like, it scared the devil out of me. I said, what was that? You will think something is demonic if you sitting there listening to it explain something to you, and then just you hear that sound. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? I'm sitting here chilling in my bed, just listening to this sound. Oh man, bro. But let me see if I can pull this song up, bro. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm gonna be headed there. I'm gonna play this. If I don't know if I can even play this song. Yeah, it's some scary stuff for real. It really is. I wanna give y'all a sneak peek, but last time I had an issue doing that, man. Y'all weren't able to hear it. I don't have it on here anyways. It's all right. So how long have we gone? An hour. We got some good stuff into this video. But yeah, guys, if you have any comments, concerns, you're talking about AIs making people's channels? Yeah, it's crazy. You know, people are releasing. I was talking to a friend, and he said somebody he knows put out 2 albums by just using AI. My bad. I'm trying to cook at the same time. I type. No, you're fine. um, they're marking people's channels. Yeah, but yeah. So I have a friend, and he told me that one of his friends, he made 2 albums with the Suno app, and his whole album. I mean, it's just random voices and random songs. You know, and I'm sure the stuff sounds good, you know, but what I think is going to happen, and I could be completely wrong. I think what's going to happen is people are going to start to get an understanding for the difference between human music and AI music. Because what makes something funny? The flaws. Even a baby knows when a person drops something on accident, the baby starts laughing. Why is that funny? Because that's not how stuff is supposed to go. Why am I interested in something? Oh, that's actually wrong. You know, I was watching the movie Creed with Michael B. Jordan, and he had his gloves on, and they could have just had a professional fight. And he said, I'm nervous. I need you to take these off. And I was like, what? That was weird. But it was like something that they threw it in there because it doesn't normally happen. And then while they were fighting, okay, and while Michael B. Jordan was in the fight, he got hit and then he got up and he walked into the wrong corner on accident. And it was funny because it was a mistake. So AI doesn't know how to encapsulate funny because funny is involved with the human element, the flaw of a human saying something incorrect on, you could say it on purpose. Like, bro, get that thing out of here before we start, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's a thing that humans know how to do. And also with music, there's a certain flaw in music that makes it sound good. And if you just have perfect singing, ups, downs, perfection, no breathing, I think we're going to be able to start to hear that and we're going to miss the flaws in music. Like even before auto tune, it was like a lot of ups and downs and kind of off sounds, but it was like, but that's real music. There's a soul there. People still, they got tired of the same stuff. So they went back to old samples and put it in their music. Why do the best songs have a mix of a sample? Like, think about that. Even Bad Bunny, the songs that he's making, he's got all these samples. Bruno Mars, he went back to this old style of music, the old school style, and then he started popping off. There's something about the old music that still has a soul in it, and I think we're going to be able to feel the difference, like kind of like when they started doing Alvin and Chipmunks on all these songs. If y'all missed that, if y'all don't remember those days, but yeah, I think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, like I said, but I think we're going to be able to eventually tell the difference in where our ears are going to be able to get trained. Our ears are going to get trained to what AI music is and what actual human music is, because I don't think AI is replicating it perfectly. It sounds like that now because we're not used to hearing it. And I think we may eventually get tired of hearing AI music. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong, but I appreciate you guys for joining me today. I do want to start to go live a lot more like this. Not anything super serious, just kind of covering some topics. So if there's something you want me to react to, please go to, it might be best to either at B Diary Podcast or at Ashley Keaton. And you can hear some of my music. I have some songs coming out, I think February 27th. And you could tell me like, bro, you got to react to this. Look at this. Look at this. And I will look at it. But look, let me see, what does it say? Does music have a soul if the artist we listen to don't even write the songs attached to their names? I would say it depends. I don't think they have to write it, but I do think it has soul depending on if it's written by a human. Because I've seen the songs ChatGPT comes up with, it doesn't even sound. Woke up this morning, started my day. Like AI is very generic when it comes to songs, and I'm glad you brought that up because even the weird things that are in music, I see rappers, I see singers, they sing I ought to find another way. Like I ought to find, like I ought to find. That's not regular English, but it sounds good because it's real and it's human and it's more relatable. So things like that, people don't understand how critical that type of stuff is. So yeah, I think from your point, a human not writing it makes it very generic, and I'll use AI as a tool. Like I'll input my lyrics. I'll probably have to give a whole Suno masterclass or something eventually because I don't use it the same way everybody else does. I don't just prompt me a song, put it out. Don't call yourself a music artist. Call yourself a music prompter. But look, guys, we will talk more about this in the future. I appreciate y'all for joining. Please hit the like button. It really helps out with the algorithm. Also, subscribe if you're feeling it. Hit the bell notification, get notified every time we go live. God bless y'all.